Picture this. You're walking down a busy street, and in the chaos of the crowd, you suddenly bump into an old friend. You haven't seen them in years, and just moments ago, you were thinking about them. It feels like magic, doesn't it? A brush with fate. But what if I told you that this magic could actually have its roots in something far more mind-bending than simple chance? Something buried deep within the fabric of the universe itself, quantum physics. Could coincidences, those unexpected moments of serendipity, be connected to the strange, often incomprehensible world of quantum mechanics? For centuries, coincidences have baffled and delighted us. They seem too random, too impossible, and yet they happen. But what if there's a science to these so-called accidents? Today, we're diving deep into the mind-blowing universe of quantum mechanics, exploring whether the mysterious science that rules the smallest particles in the universe could help explain the chance events that happen in our lives. We're going to take a journey from the eerie world of entangled particles to the hidden patterns lurking in the chaos of everyday life. And by the end of this video, you might never look at a coincidence in quite the same way again. We've all experienced it. Coincidences. Those moments when two or more events align in a way that feels uncanny, as if the universe itself were nudging things into place. But is there really something deeper at play? Or are we just stitching together random events to create a story where there isn't one? On the one hand, we have probability. Statistically speaking, given enough time, the most improbable things will eventually happen. It's a numbers game, a dance of chance. On the other hand, there's a sense that some coincidences feel too significant to ignore, too perfectly timed to be mere flukes. So which is it? Randomness or something more? Do we live in a world where everything is determined by the cold hand of chance? Or is there something more? Something hidden beneath the surface of our everyday lives? Could quantum physics hold the answer to the mystery of coincidences? To understand this, we need to look at the very building blocks of the universe, the strange, unpredictable particles that make up everything. Because, as it turns out, in the world of quantum mechanics, things aren't as random as they seem. In fact, randomness itself may be an illusion. To understand how quantum mechanics might explain the coincidences that shape our lives, we need to step into a world where reality itself plays by different rules. A world where particles exist in multiple places at once, where the mere act of observing something changes its behavior, and where two objects can be linked across vast distances without any visible connection. In the quantum world, the impossible becomes possible. Electrons can dance between locations, photons can pass through barriers, and particles can remain entangled across light years. If this is the bedrock of our reality, what does it mean for the world we see every day? Could the rules of quantum physics be quietly shaping the coincidences we experience? Take quantum superposition, for example. In the quantum world, a particle can exist in two states at the same time until we observe it. Only when we look does the particle choose a definite state. Now think about that in terms of our lives. Is it possible that our choices, our actions, or even our awareness could influence how reality unfolds, just like an observer influencing a particle's behavior? It's a mind-bending thought, isn't it? The idea that our perceptions might affect the reality around us. And it's not just theoretical. Experiments have shown that particles really do behave differently when they're being watched. So, if observation can change the quantum world, could the way we perceive our lives have a similar effect on the events that unfold? Quantum superposition has been demonstrated in countless experiments, such as the famous double-slit experiment, where particles act like waves when unobserved, but behave like particles when measured. This strange behavior suggests that observation and reality are deeply intertwined. Now, let's talk about one of the most mysterious phenomena in quantum physics, entanglement. Imagine two particles becoming so deeply connected that no matter how far apart they are, what happens to one instantly affects the other. It's as if these particles are communicating faster than the speed of light, defying the very laws of physics as we understand them. Einstein himself called it spooky action at a distance, and he wasn't wrong. But what if this isn't just something that happens on a quantum level? What if in some way the events in our lives are entangled too? What if that unexpected phone call from a long-lost friend, that random encounter on the street, is more than just a coincidence? Could the hidden threads of quantum entanglement stretch far beyond the particles of the universe and into the fabric of our daily lives? It's a wild thought, but think about it. Just like entangled particles, certain moments in life feel too connected, too perfectly timed to be random. Science tells us that quantum entanglement is real, that particles can remain linked across any distance. So, could this mysterious force help explain the seemingly impossible connections we experience every day? Quantum entanglement has been proven in numerous experiments, with researchers demonstrating that particles can influence each other instantly, no matter how far apart they are. It's one of the most well-tested phenomena in modern physics. And while we don't yet know how, or if this phenomenon scales up to affect our everyday lives, the very fact that such deep connections exist on the smallest levels of the universe opens the door to new possibilities. But before you think this means all of life's coincidences are the result of quantum physics, we have to remember there's a difference between what we know and what we imagine. While quantum entanglement is a proven fact in the world of particles, we're still far from understanding how, or if, this extends to the macroscopic world we live in. We've explored how quantum mechanics, strange as it may be, can influence the tiniest building blocks of our universe. But there's another force at play when we think about coincidences, a concept that may be just as powerful. It's called chaos theory, and at its heart lies something called the butterfly effect. Imagine this: a butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil could set off a chain of events leading to a tornado in Texas. It sounds absurd, but this is the essence of the butterfly effect, where small changes in a system can have massive, unpredictable consequences. So how does this tie into the coincidences we experience? In life, just like in the weather, tiny actions can ripple outward in unexpected ways. The seemingly insignificant decisions we make can set off a cascade of events, creating the perfect conditions for those moments of serendipity we call coincidences. A chance encounter on the street might be the result of countless tiny decisions, actions, and events that were set in motion days, months, or even years ago. But here's the thing: while these events may seem random, chaos theory shows us that there are often hidden patterns beneath the surface. Patterns we may not be able to see or predict, but which guide the flow of events nonetheless. Could it be that what we perceive as random coincidences are really just the visible part of a much larger, invisible web of cause and effect? Chaos theory, developed in the 20th century, shows that complex systems like the weather, the stock market, or even human interactions can be highly sensitive to initial conditions. A tiny change in one part of the system can lead to dramatically different outcomes. So what do we make of all this? On one hand, we have quantum mechanics, where particles behave in ways that defy our understanding of cause and effect. On the other, we have chaos theory, where the tiniest changes can snowball into massive consequences. And somewhere in the middle, we have our everyday lives, filled with strange coincidences that seem too perfect to be mere chance. We live in a world where everything seems connected, yet randomness reigns supreme. But is it truly random? Or is there something deeper guiding these moments, something hidden, something beyond our current understanding? Could the quantum world, with its entanglements and superpositions, be subtly shaping our reality? Could the hidden patterns of chaos theory explain the perfect timing of life's coincidences? At the end of the day, we don't have all the answers. Science continues to uncover the mysteries of quantum mechanics, and chaos theory reminds us that unpredictability is woven into the fabric of reality. But maybe that's the beauty of it. Maybe life's greatest mysteries aren't meant to be fully explained. They're meant to be experienced, to leave us in awe of the universe and the subtle forces that shape our existence. As physicist Richard Feynman once said, "I think it is much more interesting to live not knowing than to have answers which might be wrong. I have approximate answers and possible beliefs and different degrees of certainty about different things, but I am not absolutely sure of anything." Maybe that's what coincidences teach us, that there's still wonder in the unknown. So are coincidences really random? Or are they shaped by the quantum dance of particles and the hidden patterns of chaos theory? The truth is, we may never fully know, but one thing is certain. The world is far more connected, far more mysterious than we often give it credit for. Every chance encounter, every unexpected twist may just be the result of forces we can't yet see. So the next time you experience a coincidence, ask yourself, was it really just chance? Or could it be a small glimpse into the deeper workings of the universe? And if you want to dive even deeper into the mysteries of science and life, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey of discovery.